French people go to the polls on Sunday for the first round of regional elections. They come just over 3 weeks after the attacks in Paris that killed 130 people and left hundreds wounded. Since then, unsurprisingly, terrorism is the issue that's dominated recent electoral campaigns. On the 27th of November, Marine Le Pen was joined by her niece Marion Maréchal Le Pen, who's also a candidate in the regional elections, on the campaign trail in Nice. The leader of France's National Front said, quote, "The Islamic State group fulfills its promises. It had announced attacks in France. There have been attacks in France. It had announced killers among the migrants. There were killers among the migrants. Our politicians must open their eyes. Yes, there is definitely a link between massive immigration, anti-French communitarianism and radical Islamism." Addressing Le Pen's stance in a radio interview in Paris a few days later, French Prime Minister Manuel Valls said that the National Front was a danger to France's economy, which would bring the country to its knees. And when pushed by the journalist conducting the interview whether the National Front was a threat, not only in regards to France's economic programme, Valls said, quote, "It is an economic threat. The National Front does not like France. It misleads the French people, including, as we are seeing now, in regards to terrorism." Well, despite a recent surge of popularity for President François Hollande after the attacks on the 13th of November, the Socialist Party is still slightly behind Les Républicains, the new name for UMP, which is former President Nicolas Sarkozy's right-wing party. When questioned about a possible surge in popularity for the National Front, Mr. Sarkozy said after 4 years of socialist power, there might be a reason for that. He said, quote, "The unemployment skyrockets. Public insecurity has never been this high. French people are anxious, and they feel like running away from it all. One can understand them." Latest polls suggest that the National Front is well ahead of the traditional left wing and may also have an edge over the centre-right political parties. Some polls show that in a second round of voting on December the 13th, the National Front could even win the leadership of several of the 12 mainland regions up for grabs.